Hey there, I'm Michel Casista, founder of the Small Town Business Growth Secret Community. And if you watched the last episode, you saw how we mapped the customer journey and how McDonald's or John Taffer's bar use system to get customer coming back again and again. But most small town business owners stop there. They think the journey ends when someone walks through the doors. The truth, that's where it starts. One of my mentor, Dan Kennedy, says something that completely flipped the way I think about sales. He says, most people think the purpose of a customer is to get a sale, but the real purpose of a sale is to get a customer. That means the transaction isn't the end of the story, it's the beginning of the relationship. And that's the mindset that separates struggling businesses from profitable ones. There's another story Dan Kennedy shared that really stuck with me. It was about this little family butcher shop. They were doing fine, steady business, nothing amazing, until they made one single shift. At checkout, they added one simple line, "Would you like some cheese to go with that sausage?" That's it. Don't quote me on the exact number, but I think it was around 25% increase in revenue almost overnight. No extra staff, no extra marketing, just a smarter customer journey. The same kind of thinking that made McDonald's famous for "Would you like fries with that?" And then they flipped it. When someone bought cheese, they asked, "Would you like a few slices of sausages with that as well?" Same traffic, same people, just one simple change in the path. And that's the part nobody tells small town business owners. You don't need more customers, you need clearer paths. When you start thinking about your customer journey that way, everything shifts. Because here's the truth, every time your business solves a problem, it creates a new one. Your job is to understand that and help your customers take the next logical step. The best part, you don't have to build anything new. You just need to guide them through what you already offer. Maybe they don't even realize they have a new problem yet. But if you do and you guide them to the solution, it's a win-win. They get a better experience and you make more money, more profit, while increasing their long-term customer value. Can you see how powerful that is? When your customer get more value and a better experience, you make more money too. That's a true win-win. And that's exactly how you build businesses that grow without guessing. That's what happens when you design a pathway instead of a random transaction. Dan Kennedy also teaches that every point of the customer journey is a selling point. The person at the counter is selling. The menu board is selling. Your thank you email is selling. Not in a pushy way, just in a here's what to do next kind of way. You're always selling, but not in a pushy way, in a helpful, service-driven way. If you own a coffee shop, it might be, "Would you like to make that a combo with a muffin?" If you're in a hardware store, "Need sandpaper to go with that stain?" If you run a salon, "How about we book your next appointment right now so you don't lose your spot?" These tiny touches compound into big profit because you're helping your customer get a better result and increase the long-term value to your business. And here's the moment that changed how I think about selling forever. A few months ago, I went to the dentist to get one wisdom tooth pulled and left without three. It wasn't because he pressured me, it was because he told me a story that made sense. He asked me what I did for a living. I told him I was a welder. He smiled and said, "You know how it is. You can either patch a crack and be back next month, or fix it right so it never comes back." That hit home. He didn't sell me, he served me. That's how you sell ethically, with story and meaning, not pressure. Now, imagine if you could build that kind of connection with every customer. Right now, most businesses start their relationship when someone walks through the door. But the smart one start long before that and keep it going long after. We'll talk about how to do that soon, how to capture their info, follow up, and stay connected so the relationship never ends. When you understand what each customer is really worth over time, everything changes. You stop chasing random sales and start creating consistent relationship. That's the real secret to predictable profit. Not more work, just better system. And when you combine that with every interaction, adding your customer long-term value, that's when your business starts to grow on purpose, not by accident. Can you see how powerful this is? How one small question or a simple system could grow your revenue without a single new customer? Would it be worth it if you could add 20 to 30% profit just by optimizing what's already happening inside your business? Can you see how powerful mapping your customer's journey can be instead of starting over from zero every single day? That's the power of treating every interaction as part of your map, one that builds loyalty, long-term value, and predictable growth. Now, all of this only works if people are actually finding you. That's where most small town businesses struggle. They don't realize there are three hidden forces that decide whether customers discover you or never even know you exist. In the next episode, we're going to break those down one by one, and once you see them, you'll never look at marketing the same way again. Hit subscribe and stay close. And hey, if you'd like to join other real small town business owners building these systems together, come join our Small Town Business Growth Secret community. It's free. Inside we share behind the scenes story, resources, and lessons you can put to work right away. The link is in the description down below. I'll see you in the next episode, and trust me, you'll want to hear that one. Remember, the real growth starts when you step away from average.